Hey, this is Raulh of Please Act Right. These Western women just insist on continuing with the shenanigans.
You know what I've come to realize?
Go ahead and tell us.
That I've always been in my masculine era because I never had a man to make me feel feminine.
Here's another woman just repeating what she hear other women say and making no sense at all.
Like I'm such a tomboy in all the relationships that I've been in.
Because you choose to be a tomboy. Just like the women that I dated, they chose to act like women. I had nothing to do with them deciding to act like a woman.
None of them made me feel like I had comfort, I had protection, I had any of the essentials that I needed to be in my... I've never been feminine. I've never been feminine because I've never had a man who can bring that out of me.
Little girl, please stop.
And I think that's fucking sad.
Your foul language is a turnoff.
Because I'm out here being a thug, and I shouldn't have to be a fucking thug. I should be the beautiful woman that I am. Or spirit, however you want to look at it. Because I'm a fucking goddess. I'm just hood with that shit.
These modern day women are so full of it. I dated a young lady back in the 80s whose mother raised 6 kids by herself because the father passed away shortly after the last child was born. Not one time did I ever see her act masculine. Even when she had to take off her belt and take care of business on one of them kids when they stepped out of line, she still remained feminine. This young lady's video is a perfect example of the lack of accountability. The men around you have nothing to do with you wanting to act like a dude.
I stopped dating around the time when I found out that there are women out here who are giving their boyfriends their work checks, and their boyfriends are giving them money out of that check for them to go and spend. I don't compete nowhere where I can't compare. The playing fields are not leveled at this point. Y'all got it. Y'all the elitist employees. You can have all of them and you deserve them.
If what she's saying is true, that there are women out there that are giving their man their whole paycheck and then accepting allowance from their own paycheck, that's the reason why you're going to give up on all men? Shouldn't you just say that you don't want a man who expects you to give them their paycheck? The sad thing is, there are women out there who will listen to her and start saying the same thing, that they're giving up on all men simply because of what a very small fraction of men are doing. But, okay, fine.
You're saying that you wouldn't be with a single mother that's a millionaire?
It wouldn't be my first option, no.
You said a millionaire wouldn't want to be with a single mother that's a millionaire.
If he can go ahead and get a girl that doesn't have a child, he'll prefer that, yes. Men are very different than women, because when a guy comes into a woman's relationship, or a relationship with a woman and she has a child, he's going to be expected to take care of that child to a degree. You don't just get with that girl, you get with that girl and that child. And here's the other thing you got to remember. If we break up and I build a bond with that child, I now lose you and the child. And I can't have any type of parental rights to that child because it's your biological child, not mine. I'm a stepfather. So I lose you, the child, alimony, house, 50%. So it's an L for me. It's not worth the risk.
He didn't lie, but boy, she couldn't handle that news. I guess it's safe to say she's a baby mama.
Okay, so we all out here dating, and I was just thinking something. Tell me if this sounds like you. I want somebody, but just sometimes. I want to get married, but you stay at your house, and I stay at my house. And when you come over, or I go over there, and we kick it, we have a good time, and all that stuff. But then I go back to my house, or you go back to your house, and we married. Tell me if that sounds like you.
Oh no! Oh no! 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 Oh no! No! I don't wanna. No!
Because that would be perfect for me. Because I don't really want you like that. I do. I want you, but just sometimes.
So I'm representing the men on your offer. And here's our counter offer. How about we not get married? Because what's the point if we're living in separate houses? And you pay your own bills in the house that you live in, and he pays all the bills in the house that he lives in, and we'll accept all the other terms you offered. You do know why she put the marriage part in there, right? So at any given point, she can divorce you and take half your stuff. Nice try, sweetheart, but we're not falling for it.
So I am officially done dating. I'm done. Over it.
Do you see what I see? I see a woman who has had pretty privileges all her life, and now those pretty privileges have run out.
Not doing it anymore. I am just going to protect my peace.
Do you notice how lately women keep saying that they're not dating anymore to protect their peace? They're using that now to make them sound like they're the one that's doing everything right, and it's only the men who are the disruptive ones.
Not wanting or willing to be intentional about dating. So it's like, what is the point?
And you're going to see more and more of these videos as time goes on. This is a woman who had pretty privileges in her younger years and thought that it was going to last forever. Now she's realizing the clock is ticking, so she wants to date with intentions. But the men are only dating strictly for entertainment. So she can't handle it and she's bailing out. Now, how much you want to bet that she was only dating for entertainment up until now?
I'm just over it.
No, she's not over it. Look at her face. I guarantee you she cries herself to sleep because she knows she messed up, taking her younger years for granted.
I've been using the apps. I've been meeting people here and there, and I will be deleting the apps, and I will just be alone. I'm over it. I don't feel like entertaining anyone anymore.
She means she's not getting the quality man that she's used to getting, and she's not getting her way. That's why she's quitting. Men are not falling for the shenanigans anymore. You're either going to be on our program or we're leaving you behind.
I am completely drained from it. I just can't do it anymore. And I don't know how I got to this place, but I'm completely over it. I am...
No, you're not over it. And that's why you're wearing that puppy dog face and making this video. You're trying to convince yourself by telling everybody else that you're over it.
Yeah. Just men, leave me alone. Yeah, forever. I'm done.
I have a serious question for older men and older men only.
I'm an older man. What's your question?
You guys are kind of confusing. I'm not gonna lie. Like, what? It's just like, it's like you guys act like I'm the plague or something because I'm young. And it's like, it's like, I don't get it. There's so much angst. There's so much tension. There's so much yearning. I'm like, what are we doing? Like, ee! It's like, oh my gosh. It's just like so confusing because I'm like, I don't get it. And then it's always, oh, I don't really like younger girls.
Well, the truth of the matter is, a lot of older men do like younger women. But to answer your question, they don't want to deal with younger women in Western society because older men know that you are easily influenced by the newest trends, and you have less maturity than the younger women in other countries. Any more questions?
If my boyfriend asks me to marry him, I'm going to say no. Why am I going to say no? Because we started dating 5 years ago, and then a month after we started dating, his friend started dating his girlfriend. And
you know where this is going, comparing her relationship to somebody else's.
They had a kid after 2 years of being together. We had our daughter after 4 years of being together.
Remember, she said that because that's going to be important for later on in the video. They had their child 4 years after they got together. 4 years. Keep that in mind.
His friend pays all the bills in their home. We pay 50-50.
If your friend was paying 50-50, would you even be mentioning this?
His friend got engaged last year. And we haven't gotten engaged. His friend got married this past weekend. And the crazy thing is that when we started talking,
here it comes.
He said, if we last a year, I'd like to get married and try for a baby. So a year came by, nothing. Then he said, well, maybe after 3 years, let's look at it like a lease payment. You get 3 years. 3 years came by, nothing.
So in the first year you agreed to end it, and he didn't marry you, why did you stay?
Then he said maybe 5. 5 is a big deal. Bet. 5 came. Nothing.
Now remember what she said in the beginning? They had their baby the 4th year after they were together. So why would you have a baby with a man after 4 years who said in the beginning he would marry you after 1 year?
So I got tired of dropping hints. Got tired of sending ring photos, and I was just hoping that it would happen. So he goes to his friend's wedding this weekend, and I'm hoping that it would be a motivator, but to be honest, at this point, I don't even care. Like, I really don't care.
Another woman making a video trying to convince herself she doesn't care anymore.
Like, the magic of the idea of how he would propose and all of that, it's like, if you had that much doubt about marrying me, now I have these doubts.
If he hasn't married you after 5 years, I don't think he cares about your doubts.
Like, why? What do you need? What's not enough? Shoot, I know I'm enough. You're not about to make me feel insecure.
You're insecure. That's why you're making this video.
So he says, well, I made you the mother of my first and only child, and that should be good enough, because that's a big deal. That's forever. And yeah, it's a big deal. That's forever. But like, damn, I'm good enough to be a baby mama, but I'm not good enough to be a wife.
So the first year, he didn't marry you. You stayed with him for another 3 years, and then you had a baby around the 4th year. And now you're pressuring him to marry you? Am I the only one saying that she's doing this backwards? Shouldn't you have asked about marriage before you had his baby?
So at this point, I'm like, if he proposes, I'm going to say no. Why? Because if it took him so long and he had so many doubts, he thinks it's all under his control, his power. Like, when I feel like it, that's when I'm going to propose, and she's going to say yes.
The choice of a man asking a woman to marry him is always under his control. Unless she has control of his testicles.
No. I have some say too. And I can say no. Just because you propose doesn't mean I'm going to say yes.
So if he proposes, you're going to say no, and that's the end of that. Okay, got it.
Like, for me to say yes, he's going to have to pull off a really, really, really nice proposal. Like, something super romantic, like Backstreet Boys in the background.
You see how wishy-washy she is?
Flower petals. Pink flower petals. Maybe a violinist on the beach, or in front of the castle at Magic Kingdom with fireworks in the background.
Oh, so if he proposes to you like a Disney movie, then everything you said in the beginning of this video doesn't matter anymore. Wow.
Something to make it feel like it was worth waiting. Damn near 6 years, because we're about to be together for 6 years come this July. So come July and there's no proposal.
See, she starts out saying that if he proposes, she's going to say no. Then she says if he goes all out with the Disneyland proposal, she'll accept it, but she's going to give him till July. Didn't she just say it's been 6 years? You ain't going nowhere. He knows it and you know it. Why did you even bother making this video?
I'm going to say no. If he ever asks. And if he doesn't ask, I guess I'm just his baby mama.
You let him hit it raw. You didn't have second thoughts. Now you a single mom.
And there you have it. The result of a woman doing things backwards. Agree to dating for a year before a marriage proposal is a good thing. It gives the both of you enough time to get to know each other. However, when he didn't propose after the first year and he tried to extend it for 3 more years, that's when you should have bailed out. Coming on social media with this, I'm gonna stand my ground and say no to his proposal. It was a complete waste of your time. I say that because you're getting wishy-washy. At the end of this video, you're saying that if he does a Disneyland movie type of proposal, you'll accept it. But if he doesn't, you won't. The women out there, they get upset when men say that women should not run things in society. This is what they're talking about. Once he didn't propose to you after the first year, if you were going to continue to sleep with him, you should have made sure that he did not get you pregnant until he married you. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to let him off the hook. After the first year, he knew he wasn't going to marry her. He should have let her go. Shame on you, brother. But this message is to all the young ladies out there. Take notes, because this happens to women all the time. Don't let this happen to you, or else you're going to find yourself being a statistic, just like the other hundreds, or should I say millions of other women out there. A single mom who allowed a man to waste her best years waiting on him to marry you, who didn't keep his promise after the first year.
You let him hit it raw. You didn't have second thoughts. Now you a single mom. Now you a single mom.
Hey, somebody had to tell you, and I love you, so it might as well be me. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell to get notified when I post a new video. I post a new video every week. And in the meantime, will you please act right? My name is Raulh. See you in another video. So if you enjoyed this video, check out one of these two videos right here. I'm sure you'll enjoy them too. And if you like, you can visit my channel. I have plenty of videos there. Go ahead. Don't be scared.